The big day had finally arrived. After all that hard work, their raft was ready. Marco was excited and eager to leave, practically bouncing, while Diver, well, he wasn't so sure. Something about leaving just felt off. But Diver trusted his faith, so he whispered a prayer. Only the gentle waves answered him back, splashing on the shore like they had a secret to keep. They packed up and pushed the raft into the water. The sun was shining, the sea looked calm, and for a second Diver thought, maybe this will actually work. But as they drifted further from the island, that strange feeling came back. Diver glanced back one last time, thinking, will I ever see this place again? Out on the wide, wide ocean, the raft bobbed up and down. It was just them and the water. Endless water everywhere. Marco kept his eyes ahead, determined as ever, but Diver's worry only grew. Then the wind picked up, and oh no, dark clouds started gathering. A storm was coming, and they had nowhere to hide. Diver's heart raced as raindrops started to fall, and the waves got bigger, tossing the raft like a toy. Marco tried his best to keep it steady, but the storm was just too powerful. The waves smashed and splashed, and soon, crack, the raft broke apart. Diver and Marco were thrown into the churning ocean, struggling to stay above the water. As Diver fought the waves, he thought back to his very first shipwreck. Here we go again. They clung to pieces of the raft, but the waves were so big that they soon got separated. Diver called for Marco, but the storm swallowed his voice. Alone and lost in the middle of the sea, Diver didn't know if he'd ever see his friend again. Hours later, Diver washed up on a beach, sore and soaked. The storm was gone, and the sun was shining overhead. As he looked around, he felt both surprised and, strangely, at home. Wait, isn't this the same island? Yes, it was the same place they just left. No raft, no Marco, just Diver, right back where he started. For a moment, he felt defeated. All that work for nothing. But then he took a deep breath, looked at the island, and somehow, he felt at peace. Maybe there was a reason he'd come back. So Diver returned to his little shelter and began his life on the island once again. But this time, it felt different. The island didn't feel like a trap or a punishment anymore. It was a place of growth, and Diver realized he still had a lot to learn. With Marco gone, things were quiet, almost peaceful. Diver found that he liked the silence. It gave him time to think, to pray, and to understand himself better. He no longer prayed just for rescue. Now he prayed to understand why he was here. He realized that being on this island wasn't so bad. It was teaching him patience, trust, and courage. Diver was still stranded, yes, but his spirit was freer than it had ever been.